Yeah, doing what works as opposed to what you wish worked. I have been falling foul of this forever, and it's easy. It's really easy for us to spot it in other people. We don't often spot it in ourselves. And today we were on a mastermind call with some clients, and we talked about what they were doing. And in this particular case, they're going like, I'm not getting much cut through. People talk about niching, but I want to be general. I want to I can help everyone. I've got this product, and I won't give you what it is because it gives away the person, and because it's quite unique. I've got this thing, and it can help everyone, right? And I don't want to narrow it down to just helping a few people. I want to be able to help everyone. And I have been falling foul of this problem for absolutely ages. And for the first time after 20 years of hearing the solution, it dawned on me what I was doing wrong. And I changed tack this year. This year, 2021, I changed tack. And this person in the mastermind I was talking to, as soon as they explained the situation that they wanted to help everyone, it suddenly dawned on me, I have had 20 years of this in that I wasn't getting cut through and stuff. And to give you an example, right? In my business coaching, I help businesses typically make more money, have more time, and have more choice. Okay, we now call it productivity with profitability for passion. Okay, so you create time so you can earn more money and you can enjoy doing the things you love and do more of what you love and enjoy your business, and your business loves you back. And we created the program, and it's called Get Your Business to Love You Back. And it's for business owners specifically who love their business and working really hard for their business and giving heart and soul to helping the business succeed, but the business is not loving them back. It's not giving them more time. It's not giving them more income, and it's not giving them enjoyment. It's not allowing them to do the stuff they enjoy, whether it's stuff outside work or stuff inside work. They're both important. And when I heard this person say what she said, I've said it's a she, but it could have been a he, but it is a she. By the end of this, you'll probably know exactly what I'm talking about. No, you won't. So it suddenly, I just got my heckles. This is me for 10 years, 20 years. I've been hearing, I want to help everyone. And for the first time this year, I said, look, I only want to help businesses who really believe that their business doesn't love them as much as they love their business. Business people are frustrated that their business isn't giving them the lifestyle, the income, and the opportunity that they want in their lives. And they've been working really hard in their businesses, and it's not getting there. And if they don't believe that, then they're not my type of client, because they're going to fight me on all the changes that need to happen. And I just did a web class on the subject today, and we're talking about you need to make some changes, because if you don't make some changes, and they don't have to be big changes, but you have to make some changes. If you make some changes, you will get different results. And by managing the changes you make and by planning them right and working out where to dig for the gold, you've got a better chance of making those changes and making them happen than if you just went to work every day doing your best you can, working harder. And I said to this person, I said, look, how many times have you heard, besides me now telling you again, that you should pick a niche and pick a message and pick a problem that you solve and pick a promise that you're willing to make? So, for example, my messages, I help business owners get their business to love them back with more productivity, more profitability, and more passion. I help them by doing a step-by-step process that makes it easy to get the things done. I look at making small changes, not massive changes, because that's easier to feel good about and make happen and achieve. And I promise that if you work with me for 3 months, it won't cost you a penny, because you'll have made at least the amount of money you've spent with me to create it, to to make that improvement. And if you work with me for 12 months, I'm going to guarantee you a 20% return on investment, because good things take a bit of time. I'm not one of those mindless marketeers who just go, give me your money and I'll give you the earth. People like me used to fall for that. I don't know if that many people, I think some people still fall for that and get no results. They have great presentations and they bring a whole lot of testimonials. And what they've done is they've just picked the 10% or 5% of people who've got results with them, and they roll them out again and again and again. The other 95, 98% don't get a mention because they didn't get a result. And so what we want to make sure is that you have a step-by-step process. So let's get to the chase. What I said is, like, you've got to get those ones right. You've got to get the one problem you're going to fix. You're going to get the one message, the one promise, the one fix for that, the one guarantee, the one, whatever it is, the one market you're going to address. And if you do that, somebody will identify very quickly with you and your solution, and then they'll agree that one. And the other thing was, they've got to realize they have that problem. If they don't know they have the problem, then they're not going to want to fix it, because they don't even know they have a problem. So you first got to explain to them what you're fixing, and then you've got to convince them of that. Then you've got to convince them that it's fixable. So if they don't know it's fixable, then they don't think of looking for fixes. And then you've got to convince them that you can fix it, that you're the person who can fix it. And if you can find people who already know they have a problem, they know it can be fixed, they're just searching for someone to help them to get fixed, then you've got a much better marketing message and a chance of hitting your target market. Let me make this more tangible for you. Assume we're in healthcare, and I say I help people improve their health. Okay. Come to me and I'll show you how I improve your health. Now, you may or may not, if you don't know me from Adam, are you really going to believe that message? I don't know. Maybe I'm so convincing that you will, but chances are you might not, right? So instead, you choose to do nothing, and then you give up. So then we have the situation, the alternative would be, if you have type 2 diabetes, which is what I have, right? If you have type 2 diabetes and you want to get rid of it, you want to go into remission, you want to get rid of type 2 diabetes from your life, get off medication and live healthier and healthier. You don't want all the risks that diabetes bring, which is what I'm concerned about, need to address. If you have type 2 diabetes and you want to live a longer, healthier life without giving up all the foods you love, without constraining your life to a life of misery, then watch this thing. Now they're talking to me, right? It's not talking just about health generally. They're type 2, right? That's me, tick. I want to improve my health, tick. I don't want to give up all the stuff in one go, and I don't want to make my life a misery, tick. All right, what's the message? Tell me what you're doing. What's the promise? You see how you get the cut through much easier. And so that's what I was saying is, look, you may be able to health and everything, and that person may then get me in on diabetes type 2 and fix that problem or reduce it towards fixing it. And in conversations, they might find out that I also have migraine. I don't, but they could go, oh, so you got migraine. Would you like me to talk to you a little bit about how we help people with migraine? I go, oh, now I trust this person because they're helping me in my diabetes part 2. Type 2. And so we can now have that discussion about migraines. And if I then have a problem with stress, they can deal with stress. If I have a problem about an injury, they may be able to help you with that. I don't know, but you can go into other things because you've got in the door with the one most common thing. And then when you're really an expert at that and you've got a following, you can go, right, I'm now going to be dealing with people with migraines, right? And you go, if you've got a migraine and the pain is just excruciating and it stops your life and you want to reduce or eliminate the migraines from your life, then why don't you listen to my message? And then they go, that's me. I've got migraines and it locks me up for days. I want to listen to that message. Then you begin to listen to that message. Does that make sense? So, of course, I don't sell any medical products. I'm not a health guy or anything else. But I was using it as an example to cut through, to get to the message and the promise you make for the market you're dealing with. And in spite of all of that, in spite of her agreeing that it all makes sense, you go, well, I think I'm still going to launch everything for everyone. So some people you just can't help at some point in time. It may take some other interactions for the penny drop. It may go, well, I still haven't had success. Let me now take somebody's advice and begin to focus on those ones. All right. And if you're interested in the ones, just put a note, the ones, ONES, or ones apostrophe, number one apostrophe, and I will do a live on the ones in a bit more depth, okay, or training on the ones in a bit more depth, because in business, we want to increase our sales. Normally, most businesses want to increase their sales, but they don't change how they message and how they identify their market and how they offer their product to the market. And that, in its essence, is what reduces the number of sales they make for the same effort. They don't have to do anything more. If they're advertising, they just change the message on the advert. They don't have to spend more on advertising. They have to change the message. They may even have to spend less because they get more pull-through from the ads. And so sometimes it's tweaks like that I really love when I'm working with business clients, to help them get their business to love them back. Getting back to the subject of getting a business to love you back. And so the clients who I attract are clients who really want their business to give them the freedom of choice over time, money, and opportunity. And when they do that, when they come to me with, look, I want my business to give me a better quality of life and better quality of income and better opportunities in life for my family, for myself, for my future, now I've got a person who I can have a conversation with because we both are aligned in where we want to go. Make sense? I don't have to fight them any part of the way, because the journey we're going to walk on together is a journey I've trodden in already and achieved, and they'll be able to see that and be able to hear all the examples of what I've done and worked with clients on, and be able to go, right, let me see if I can, because it's not, because if it was easy, everyone would do it, right? You would have done it, I would have done it, well, I've done it, but it took me a long time, and it took me a lot of work, and it took, if you listen to my story, it took me some effort to get there, which is much better done in a different way than I did it in those days, and eventually saw the light. But that's a different story entirely. So let me leave you with that message. If you're struggling to increase sales, consider there's so much noise around, right? People are saying, they're talking about, it used to be 3,000 sales messages a day, then it went up to like 10 and 20,000. Now with the adverts on YouTube, on Netflix, on news, watching Sky News, you get ads. There's just so much advertising that you're seeing so many. You've got to get cut through, and the old-fashioned stuff that I used to do just unfortunately doesn't cut it anymore, and you've got to do something different. All right, this is Gordon wishing you so well. I am hoping that this message works for you. If you're looking for somebody in business who can talk some sense, watch the web class I've just done today. It's on. You can watch it on demand now. I will be doing another live, so you can get some questions in. But I've done a on demand. It'll be ready tomorrow. I'll put a link tomorrow on this particular post when I've done it. And if you are in the UK and you want an accountant who's going to really rock your world for your accounts, but also help you grow your income, your margins, and your profits and your cash flow, and change your life a little bit, then consider my firm as your accounting partner to your in the driving cockpit. I'll be your support team in the pits. All right, this is Gordon wishing you well. Have a great evening, and don't forget, let's look at living a life of choice, but it starts with having the thought that it can happen. When you realize it can happen, you then need to work out how to make it happen. And when you've got it on how to make it happen, you then go and find someone who can show you the way faster and quicker and easier, because time in its realest sense is money. If you don't earn an extra 20,000 this year, and you wait another year like I did, year after year, waiting for the opportunities, just passing me by, and that is such a waste. It is such a waste. I hate waste, as you know from me. I hate wasting time, my time and other people's. I hate wasting money, mine or other people's, and I hate wasting food, which is why I got to the size I did and got diabetes type 2. And the circle goes round. All right, I'm much better with that now, but still need to change a little bit. Mindset work is happening as we speak. All right, this is Gordon. Take care. Bye-bye.